everybody, I'm Elizabeth Griffith. I'm an occupational therapy assistant student, and today I'm going to be doing a presentation on fall risk prevention for our clients and their caregivers. Today I have my friend Chelsea in front of me, and I'll be presenting to her. So if you're 65 or older, you're more than likely, or you have a higher risk of falling compared to other people due to different underlying conditions. Just as you age, you have more brittle bones, you have a decrease in muscle mass, and things like that. So some of the fall risk facts, the CDC mentions that 1 out of every 4 elderly persons will fall, but over half of them do not tell their doctors, which that can be dangerous just because if you fall, you can hit your head and you can get a TBI and might not even know it. But if the doctor knows, they can do all of the testing and stuff to figure that out if you do. And a TBI is actually the most common result of a fall. Over 95% of all hip fractures out of the elderly patients are a result from a fall. So that's pretty dangerous too. You need to get that taken care of. So that's why it's very important to make sure your doctor knows, just so your doctor can help you get the right care that you need. So some results from falls consist of the head injury, like I said. It can also be a broken bone. It can be, you can break your wrist, your fingers, your arm, feet, ankles, just about anything. And also they can cause a fear in the elderly patients that if they do fall, they could really hurt themselves. And so now they're afraid to do the daily activities that they were doing with it because they have that just constant fear that they're gonna fall and injure themselves. So that's that for, so the next is how to prevent falls from happening. There are a few ways that a person can go about adjusting their life to prevent a fall from occurring in their own everyday life throughout their activities. So the first thing we recommend is home modifications. Home modifications, excuse me, will help prevent those accidental falls from occurring. And we'll go more into all these different aspects that occur or that help prevent falls from occurring. So another one would be strengthening and balance exercises. Talking with your PCP, your family doctor on your medications and things that are going on, and they can also give you different ideas of what to do to prevent you from falling. And last but not least, a yearly eye exam. It's good to make sure that you can see and you have the best products possible to help you be able to be mobile around your own home and in the community. So the first topic that we're going to talk about is home modifications. So within your own home, there are more simple fixes to adjust the home and there are more complex fixes. So more simple ones would be like changing out your light bulbs to make them brighter so you can see more. Even like when it gets dark outside and the sun goes down, you might not have all the natural lighting to see within your home. So you want brighter light bulbs to make sure you're not falling over chairs and stuff like that. Another good home modification is to remove any loose rugs that you have lying around your home. Those are consistent trip hazards, and if they get wadded up or if the corner is just sticking up a little bit, it can cause a person to fall very fast. Adding grab bars in the restroom is another simple fix, a little bit more complex. You just have to make sure you screw them into the wall properly, and you might need a little extra help with that, which that's when the caregiver will come in and make sure that everything is done properly for their family member or whoever it may be to that caregiver. Another complex adjustment to the home would be making sure that all staircases, whether it be 2 steps or 10 steps, has a railing on both sides. because that step up can be a lot for an elderly patient, getting their leg up there. So the next preventative measure for preventing falls is staying active or strengthening and balance exercises to stay active, because the more active you are, the stronger you're going to be. So making sure that the caregiver is consistently doing things throughout their own home, making sure they're doing their laundry, gardening, anything that they would normally do within their own home. Keep up those activities. Don't let them stop. And there might need to be adjustments made to how they do those everyday activities. And that is so the next step in preventing a fall from occurring would be to stay up to date, or keep your doctor up to date on the medications that you've been prescribed and that you've been taking, because some medications can make you drowsy, which can make you tired, which can induce the likelihood of a fall. So making sure your doctor knows about what's going on in your life is a big thing to prevent these falls. Another thing is, it's very, very important to make sure your doctor does know if you have fallen, because once you have fallen one time, it's a higher chance that you will fall again. So making sure that your doctor is aware of that is very important. And another thing is to stay proactive in your own healthcare. Staying proactive is going to help you make sure that you're not falling and you're not getting injured. And it's very good. So next is to make sure you're getting a regular eye exam. So a yearly eye exam is going to help you make sure you have the equipment needed or the medical treatment needed, so you can see and you can be mobile and get around your own house, as well as outside of your house and within your own community. So making sure you're getting those yearly eye exams is going to help so much in preventing unexpected falls. So in conclusion, a patient who is 65 years or older needs to start being proactive and preventing falls now, because there's little simple things that can be done at an early age or like an early time to prevent these falls from occurring. You can make simple changes around your own home, like changing the light bulbs out, like I stated before. Put a chair in the kitchen when you're cooking in case you get tired. You can just have a seat. It's much better than falling over and then not being able to get back up. So taking that break from what you're doing is great. Another thing, just stay active. Don't let yourself stop moving around, because once you stop moving around your own home, it's going to be harder to get active again and complete those daily activities. So for my activity, if I was in a real facility, I would have like the real objects to show, but I don't. So I printed off some pictures, and I'm just gonna show Chelsea the different like grab bars that you can put in a restroom, as well as another railing system to go on stairs in a home. So first we have this tub shower, and as you can see, there's a shower chair that goes from one side of the tub to the other. So that would be an easy way for the patient or a person to sit down and grab the handle shower head that's removable and shower themselves off. And the grab bars here will help the client grab and be stable while standing up on the inside of the shower. And in order to get into the shower, there's a grab bar right here just on the edge, which would help them have good stability holding onto that bar while stepping over the side of the tub to get on. And then over here on the toilet, there's a removable grab bar system, which would be very good. And like if they have a standard toilet, it might not be very tall to help them get off. So these bars right here could help them push themselves up to get off. And then here we have just a little like extra grab bar system to go next to the stairs. So as you can tell, this one is built onto the stairs, and there might not be one on the wall. So you can buy something very simple probably a little expensive, but not too bad, just because it's probably metal and you want it to be sturdy to make sure that the client doesn't fall. And it just provides a little extra stability for that client. And here I have some frequently asked questions. So for the first frequently asked question is, where are the most common places an elderly person falls? So the Fall Prevention Center of Excellence mentions that most falls occur within the person's own home, which is about 55% of falls. So 55% of falls occur within their own home inside. And then 23% of all falls occur on the outside of the home, but still on the person's property. And then 22% of all falls occurred away from the home somewhere else. So most of the time, people are in their own home, and that's where most of these falls occur. That's why it's very important to make sure all the modifications are made to fit that person. For the next question, number 2, what are the long-term effects of a fall? And the effects of a fall can be serious by causing death of the person, as it is a leading cause of injury-related deaths amongst the elderly population. So say that there's a loose rug in the home and that client falls over that rug and it caused them to have a TBI. That's a very serious injury, and that is an easy fix that could have been made beforehand. So that's why we need to make sure we're getting all the modifications done necessary for that client. For number 3, what are the risk factors of a fall? Aging can cause many changes to a person, including physiological, neurological, musculoskeletal changes, and diseases, which all become risk factors for falling. So as you age, your body changes, disease become more prevalent, and things like that. There are also environmental factors, including furniture and house modifications, as well as medications that can increase the likelihood of a person falling. That's when the home modifications come into place, and staying in contact with your doctor on your medications to help you know that you are at a higher risk of a fall. Number 4, are there any fall risk prevention intervention programs available? There are a variety of interventions that can be used to help prevent falls, including medication management, staying physically active, home modifications, adaptive and assistive devices, proper footwear, and annual eye exams. As mentioned in the presentation here, home modifications, annual eye exams, staying active, it's very, very important for these elderly people. Another thing is to wear closed-toe shoes and like good sturdy tennis shoes that have a nice grip on the ground, whereas house shoes, they can induce the likelihood of a client falling or a person falling because they're not very stable. So for number 5, what are the best fall risk prevention strategies? The FPCE suggests that the best fall risk prevention strategies include home modification, proper eye exams, and medical management, all which we discussed within this presentation. Chelsea, I just want to thank you for sitting here with me today and helping me through this presentation. Thank you.
You're welcome.